The son who pushed his own mother off a cliff. A son tricked his own mother into walking to the edge of a cliff and actually kicked her off. "You useless old thing, now there's finally no one to drag me down." But he never expected to face divine retribution. It is truly a strange tale. Long ago, in a small mountain village, lived a mother and her son. The mother was widowed early and raised her son Tiezhu through immense hardship. Tiezhu grew up and his mother grew old. Life was tight and difficult. Tiezhu's mother never complained, but she had a knot of worry in her heart. Tiezhu was nearly 30 and still hadn't found a wife. She would often sigh in anxiety. One day, Tiezhu came home beaming and said to his mother, "Mother, you haven't seen your uncle in years. Let me take you to stay at his house for a while." Hearing this, his mother was happy. She thought, "While I can still walk, it would be good to visit. Maybe my brother can help find a good wife for my son." She happily agreed. The next day, Tiezhu woke up before dawn. He made breakfast and even killed the old laying hen to make soup. Distressed, his mother said, "Why make so much food for a trip to your uncle's? We should have kept the hen to lay eggs to trade for oil and salt." Tiezhu smiled and said, "I want you to have a full meal so you won't be hungry on the road." After eating, the mother and son set off. When they reached a steep cliff, Tiezhu suddenly stopped, pointed down, and said, "Mother, we're here." His mother looked down and instantly understood what was happening. Tears streamed down her face. Tiezhu knelt before his mother, crying, "Mother, it's not that I'm unfilial, but if you don't go, I'll never get a wife in this lifetime." Hearing this, her heart felt like it was being cut by a knife. But she thought about it. Girls in the past had rejected him because the family was poor and had a sick elderly mother. She realized her old bones were indeed a burden to her son. Having accepted this, she actually started moving towards the edge of the cliff herself. But Tiezhu didn't think that was sure enough. He actually kicked her off the cliff. Then he laughed loudly. "You useless old thing, now I'm finally free of my burden." Unexpectedly, the mother didn't fall to the bottom. She got caught on a tree branch halfway down. Tiezhu panicked immediately. He was just about to find a rock to smash her down when his mother looked up and smiled. "Son," she said, "go home and get the thick cotton coat from the cabinet. It's cold at the bottom of the cliff. Bring it to me and then I will jump down myself." Tiezhu thought, "She raised me, I should grant this small requirement." He hardened his heart, turned around and ran toward home. As he ran, he shouted, "Mother, wait there. I'll be right back." Tiezhu got home, grabbed the coat from the cabinet and rushed back. Suddenly, a large horse carriage came rushing down the road like crazy. It charged straight at him. He couldn't dodge in time. He was knocked down and the heavy wheels rolled right over him. Meanwhile, Tiezhu's mother waited on the branch. Left waiting until dark with no sign of her son, she struggled to climb up using vines and stumbled her way back towards the road. When she reached the main road, she saw a crowd gathered around a carriage. She squeezed through to look, and lying on the ground was her own son. Seeing her son crushed to death, she threw herself on the ground and wailed, "Retribution! This is retribution!" She cried and told the crowd the whole story of how her son had tried to push her off the cliff. The onlookers were filled with both anger and sympathy. At that moment, the owner of the carriage, Tiezhu, stepped forward and helped the old woman up. "Auntie," he said, "I accidentally killed your son. From now on, I will be your own son. I will care for you and support you until the end of your days." Everyone present urged the old lady to agree. The old lady picked up the cotton coat from the ground and followed Tiezhu home. Once home, Tiezhu and his wife treated Tiezhu's mother like their own blood relative. A few days later, the mother suddenly took 30 taels of silver out of the cotton coat and handed it to Tiezhu. She said, "This was the money I saved for half a lifetime. It was originally for Tiezhu to get a wife. Now I give it to you for your household. Tell me, does instant karma exist in this world? Tiezhu pushed his mother off a cliff and lost his own life. Dashun's kindness brought him blessings. Treat the elderly well, be filial to your parents, and good fortune will naturally find you. To all friends listening to this story, may your parents be healthy and your family prosperous. Let filial piety fill your home. Thanks for liking, following, and commenting to hear more folk stories every day.